disclaimer, just for a fair warning, we will be touching on some serious topics, and I just want you guys to know that before we step into this. Cool? Cool. Now, let's step into the video. Intro, start!
So I would recommend that. For FPS, less battle passes and more actual initial content alongside less DLCs. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of games are, especially FPS games. I don't know if you feel this way too, A50. The base game is a lot smaller, and then they just like, you know what? We'll come out with all the other stuff later. You'll get them in the DLCs. You'll get them in expansion passes. What do you think about that?
I actually agree with that, to be honest, because for Modern Warfare, for example, it comes out with the battle pass, and yes, it was a way of trying to get away from the loot crates back from Black Ops 3 days, sorry, back from Black Ops 3 days where you had to buy those loot boxes to get the guns that came with it.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're trying to what I've seen is give you the guns through the battle pass, but now if you don't buy the battle pass, you can't get those guns, those exclusive guns through the battle pass. So I'm like, but I can't afford the battle pass, and I want those guns, but
Right.
not paying to not pay to win. You're trying to stay away from your pay to win, but you're gonna want me to pay for the battle pass so that I can get those guns, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, but I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I do agree with Quinn there, and I
Mm-hmm.
would like to see maybe battle passes can stay. However, do what Apex does with them, where you get skins and uh sort of dive dive emotes and stuff like that. Make it like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, what are some other things that Twitch could just do better overall that you guys can think of? How about your experience, A50? I know that you were trying out Mixer for some time too, right? So,
Yeah, I tried out Mixer a little bit, not much though.
mm-hmm,
But one thing I would like to see Twitch do
mm-hmm.
is please get rid of these freaking bots that come into channels and hit up that follow for what 5 followers. Click this link and buy follow. Please stop that nonsense, Twitch. Please find some way of stopping that nonsense. It's been going on. It's happened to me recently
Mm-hmm.
since I came back in January. I've been having that quite a bit of time, quite a bit, and it gets me frustrated inside because I don't like seeing that. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I
Mm-hmm.
want to. It's not the point of Twitch. It's not the point of streaming. It's not. Yeah, I ban them, of course, but I mean, do I just have to keep banning them? Isn't there some way of Twitch implementing something that can actually catch them and sort of acquire the IP addresses or something like that and just like ban their whole IP address sort of thing? I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what I feel. Because if I mean, if you ban someone, what's to say that they can't go ahead and create another account under a different username to
Mm-hmm.
just come back and do the same thing, keep doing the same thing? But if you ban the IP address and you ban the hardware, then they'll have to get a completely new PC before they can come back and do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. That's just my thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can wish that Twitch would do, but I don't know what their tactics are in dealing with it, because I've definitely had to ban bots from like Dark Maker's channel, from my channel. I'm pretty sure you had to deal with that too. Um, Gosh, it's crazy. And then you send your reports to them, and you're like, okay, well, is anything going to happen? Like, you never get a report back saying, oh yeah, thank you for your submission, we've taken care of the issue. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, you kind of like hope that they did it. and all that. Quinn is like, remember that day Alpha and I went with Dark and your streamers? Oh my gosh, that was a fucking amazing day, Quinn. Do you want to be famous? Oh gosh, I hate it when yeah, not even in chat, but in your whispers too. They'll come into your whispers.
Right?
Yeah, they'll come into your whispers. They'll come into your chat. They even come into Discord now. Remember that one time in Phoenix Discord when I forget his fucking name. If you're out there, fuck your face, okay? Fuck your face. I reported your damn ass. You better watch out, buddy. But he came into Phoenix and was like, hey, can I convince you guys for 10,000 followers if you make me a co-leader or if you make me spotlight a streamer or some shit like that? I'm like, get the fuck out of here, all right? Shut your face. You leave that at the door. Don't even. So it's weird. They're like expanding. And I don't think it's something that even Twitch can deal with, because I tried to report that person to Twitch and said, you need to watch out for this guy, because I'm pretty sure that his 10,000 followers on his channel aren't even real. They're probably bots. But they didn't even give me an option to properly report him, because they're like, where did this happen? I'm like, well, it happened in Discord. It didn't actually happen on Twitch. And then they're like, oh, well, then you have to explain to Discord about it. I'm like, yeah, but they're one of your people too. You know what I mean? Like it's a streamer who uses your service. So I think you better be aware of them. But it was weird. It was really hard to report them. So Twitch isn't making it easy anyways. Okay, well, let's go ahead and talk about our next topic. Also, not much to do with gaming, but it is something that has been, going on in our world, which is the coronavirus disease. That's been, what was it? The outbreak was in 2019, and it's continued till now. I think the first detection was in Wuhan, which is why it's something that's called the Wuhan virus. What do you guys know about it? Because I'll be honest, I have not, for someone who likes science and medicine and stuff like that, I actually haven't been keeping up with the coronavirus too much. All I know is that it's spread from person to person. It's usually spread through, respiratory means, like, if you're talking and you've got like droplets coming out of your mouth, and stuff like that, like it's like within 6 feet, I think, is the distance between when you can be contagious to someone. But what do you know about it, A50?
I know it's a virus, and I know that people have been affected by it and people have passed away from it, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
I do have to say, though, people are like taking it a bit too seriously.
Too seriously? Why do you say that? Because I think since most of us are pretty we're all very sheltered. I think we just kind of like sweep it under the rug. We don't really think about it too much. So yeah, why do you think people are getting too hyped up about this virus?
I don't know. It's like, I feel like because it's something like when Ebola was the thing, for example, that is totally worse than the coronavirus, without a doubt. But I don't know. It's just people are freaking out about it too much, and it's not something as bad as the Ebola virus, where if you had Ebola, then it was like, oh wow, okay, cool, that was bad. The coronavirus, you can get cured. I mean, it's easily curable. They are developing a cure for it and sort of giving it out much faster than they did with Ebola, for example. So I think people are making it out to seem like a very dangerous virus, but it's actually not. And I think also where it started, you have to remember that there are a lot more.
I'm a war god. That's the bean to be. I'm a war god, and that's the only thing I see. I'm a war god, and that's the only thing I'll be. I've murdered everything, and no one ever come to me.